Check one, check two.
Sounds good. Let me get a look. Bubba, back up a little bit, please. This is going. Stand by. Okay.
I'm Sergeant Hansel Woods, that's Hansel Woods, and I'm the Administrative Sergeant and Public Information Officer for the Putnam County Sheriff's Office.
Give us a rundown of what happened here earlier.
Approximately, I think the initial call came in at 2:13 a.m. Of a notification of an armed robbery attempt, and our deputies responded to the scene. And when they arrived on scene, the robbery suspect was found deceased on the floor inside the kangaroo. He had.
Bubba, I got half your head and I can't get a clean shot.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
You're still training after 30 years. Go ahead.
2 years.
Okay.
The initial, there were witnesses to the incident. The initial investigation determined that the robbery suspect entered the store with a t-shirt over his face, armed with a box cutter, jumped over the counter, began to threaten the clerk that was on duty at the time, and a bystander in the store came to the aid of the clerk, and a scuffle ensued, and the bystander armed himself with a pocket knife he had on him, and a box cutter, and in the scuffle the suspect was stabbed and deceased, and was determined to be deceased at the scene. So at this point in time, I am actually able to release the name of the suspect. The robbery suspect was 41-year-old Jeffrey Charles Lohman, and he was lived in the area here in Fruitland. And the bystander who came to the aid of the store clerk was 37-year-old Anthony A. Shebester, S-H-E-B-E-S-T-E-R. And so at this point in time, the witnesses have been interviewed. It appear to be that their interviews are all consistent. Mr. Shebester has also been interviewed and has at this time been released. Of course, the final determination would be, there'll be a final review by the State Attorney's Office, but at this point in time, Mr. Shebester has been released, and no charges have been filed, and no one is in custody at this time.
We're hearing a lot of young females work in this store. What was the clerk like that was in there last night, early this morning?
I'm not positive. Actually, I believe it was a male clerk.
You used the word scuffle. Do you mean they were wrestling each other, trying to take the knife away, or? Yes,
there was a scuffle between the two men, and they were during the scuffle they were both armed with knives.
Now, this clerk that was inside, I know the time of the morning, was he alone by himself, or besides the bystanders, Mr. Shebester?
Yes, that's my understanding. One clerk was on duty at that time. He was behind the counter at the time.
Did you stay down by having one convenience store worker and still working at that time?
I'm not aware of that.
Explain the scuffle. Did it go all over the store? How long did it last? What do we know about the fight itself?
I really don't know a lot of details. It was fairly quick. It was primarily in the area in front of the counter in the store.
Clerk and the bystander not hurt at all?
That's my understanding, yes, that's correct.
Maybe just give us something on how this resolution came with no one. Well, the suspect was killed, but a lot of innocent people could have been hurt.
Well, absolutely. Like I said, it's my understanding that it occurred at a time. This is a newspaper distribution point, and it's fairly common for the newspaper trucks to drop the newspapers off at locations throughout the region. This is one of those, and so there were some newspaper carriers here, and so there were several people that were witnesses.
What newspaper was that?
That would have been, I believe, probably the Palatka Daily News.
Thank you.
Yes.
Is Mr. Shebester a newspaper carrier?
I'm not aware of where he's employed.
We actually heard he was, so was he in the store delivering?
That's a possibility. That would fit with the other information that I had, but I can't confirm that.
I'm having some a little bit. Can you just give me the first few words of what really happened here?
The initial call came into the sheriff's office at approximately 2:13 a.m. of a robbery attempt, and when our deputies responded, by that time the suspect was deceased in the store, and then apparently after interviewing witnesses, the initial determination was that the suspect entered the store with a t-shirt over his face. He was armed with a box cutter. He jumped over the counter and began threatening the clerk that was on duty in the store, and the bystander came to the clerk's aid. And there was a struggle between the two men, and it resulted in the suspect was stabbed, and he expired from those stab wounds.
Upper body stab, lower body stab, upper body?
I can't confirm that.
What was the suspect's last name again?
Lohman, Lohman, Jeffrey Charles Lohman,
Do we know?
41 years old.
Do we know if he has a record?
Yes, he was a person that we were familiar with, a petty criminal in the past, and so we did know him.
Is it possible to get like a picture of him and maybe a past mugshot? There it is.
We have a release.
Yes, we have not got a release.
You guys still from around here?
Yes.
From this area?
Yes, that's my understanding.
So he's been in and out of trouble, maybe in and out of prison a few times, right?
Well, I can't confirm. I do believe he has been in prison. He does have several incident reports with the sheriff's office over the years.
Any way for us to contact the Good Samaritan that you provide?
I don't have any idea about that.
Do you know if there's been any robbery at this store here? Attempted robberies or robberies in recent past, or is it year
I don't know. I'm not aware of any recent past.
And you'll let us know about surveillance video?
Yes. I can confirm that there is surveillance video. I don't know when it's going to be available for release, because obviously the final determination is pending review by the state attorney's office, so it's likely not going to be until then. But there is good quality surveillance video of the incident.
Where did you pick the suspect up at?
Yeah, I knew that.
Sorry.
He was killed, right?
Yes.
Did you email it to everybody? Or?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll just...
Oh, really? Wow. I believe
him for a while.
he's been in prison all his life.
He was stabbed to death. That's what happens, you mess around. These are country folks out here. They're going to try to take care of themselves.
You just saw that.
Got to the point now. Got it.
Well, I mean, it ain't shocking considering
What's going through your mind, young lady? What's going through your
I'm
mind?
just like, wow, I grew up with y'all. You know, I mean, I'm good friends with his sister. I know that, you know, he's out there. And I just and it was probably out trying to get drug money, for sure.
if he is the one who did this, are you thinking about how much worse it could have been? You know, an innocent person possibly?
Possibly, yeah. If it's him that got it, hey, so be it.
Yeah, we're hearing a lot of young girls working this store.
Yes, a lot of younger. That's what concerned me the most.
Let me get one at a time. One person.
One at a time.
Young lady, look at him and talk to him.
That is what concerned me the most. I was here at like 10 o'clock last night, and Caitlin was with me. So when Mike's husband actually came by and said they got the handiway blocked off, somebody was killed. That's why I just wanted to find out first. Make sure it wasn't her.
Now that you know who may have done it, what do you think about the person that got killed?
I think it's crazy. It's not shocking, it's just crazy.
Yeah, especially if it was just for drug money.
I couldn't even.
Especially if it was just for drug money, you know. I can't perceive him doing it for any other reason, you know. Because, I mean, his family's not that poor. It's just he's had problems all his life, you know, at least his older years.
Same way. No, stealing.
So it's not unnormal for him not to do something like this. It don't out-of-mind us because it's just him, you know, the person getting in and out of prison. This is their knack of life. I'm glad none of the store clerks got hurt or the individuals stepped in. I'm glad they didn't get hurt because that's the good thing. You know, when we step out to try to help somebody, sometimes it backfires on us.
Your name is?
My name is David Pitts.
David Pitts, spell the last name?
P-I-T-T-S.
Everybody okay?
Hot.
Kate, you said Caitlin was in there. Was she here in the morning?
I don't know. I don't know that. I know she was here last night about 10 or 10:30 when I came in.
Is Caitlin your sister?
No, sir,
Just
just
a
a friend. Yeah.
That's how old is this person who is in there?
He's a couple of 40.
Yeah, the suspect was 41. Bystander
I was about right on.
is 37. He's coming out. I just took him.